Hey gang, I know this setup is not great for lighting, but I'm sat here now and I really cannot be bothered to move. I haven't filmed in like 2 weeks, and it feels a little bit weird. I haven't filmed because it's been like a subtly stressful period, and I had a rash come up on my face, and I get like flare-ups of eczema around my eyes, and I've had that going on. And like last weekend I was just like looking at my face and I was like, I don't really feel like filming. So it's not 100%, but it feels better. I've got some makeup on, which feels nice, like I feel a bit more like me again. But I'm still not feeling 100%. I've got a bit of a headache at the moment, so I just wanted like a easy kind of video. And I'm like, what I've wanted to do for a little while is kind of get some of my Hoyas that I've got water propping potted up. So I just thought that's something I'd quite like to potter around and do today. So why not put the camera on and do it with you guys? And then I've got a video. So that's what we're going to do. I'm trying to figure out if I should like talk through who I've got and what I want to do before I pot up, or if I should just talk about each one as I get to them. I think I will just talk about each one as I get to them. So let's get set up for potting. Nope, was the right way around the first time. I think I have a bit of a headache today because you may or may not be able to hear it, but it's really, really windy outside. It's windy and rainy, and the noise is getting to me. I think I edited it out in the end of my last video, but because it was just that video was really, really long. But when I filmed that video, I was talking about there was somebody like sat in their car outside and they just left the engine running, and it was really like getting to me, and I was getting really grumpy. And I'm so aware that when my stress levels go up, my tolerance for noise goes down. Like I really, really struggle with like unpredictable noises. Like it doesn't have to be like a loud noise. Like it doesn't need to be like a bang or anything, but it just repetitive noises that aren't predictable are getting to me. So like the loud wind, and our neighbours are having like a kitchen remodeled or something. So like we're in an apartment, so there's constant footsteps going up and down, carrying big heavy things, so like banging around. There's quite loud talking going on, and then outside in like the kind of parking area, there's like cutting, like saw noises, and all of that is getting to me, and I'm irritable. But Steve's gone to the gym, and I'm going to have some time with my plants because that's what I do when he goes to the gym, and I'm going to have some time with you guys as well. So that's what we're going to do. So I've got my little, I'll move you in a minute. I've got my little potting mat. I've got a variety of no drainage vessels because I'm going to be potting. Sorry, that's me talking about unpredictable noises. If I'm making the noise, it's okay for me. I've got some of the semi-hydro from Soil Ninja, the finer one, because they're all either water props or they're in Fluval. So I feel like a transition to semi-hydro will be quite seamless. Yeah, okay, let's just get into it. This holographic potting mat is gorgeous, but the bouncing light off of it is not great for my eyeballs. But there we go. I'm going to start with this one because it's been bothering me the most recently. Looks ridiculous. This is my Hoya Chores. It's the little like velvety leafed Hoya that looks like an Anthurium forgetii. And I got like one cutting of this. This was the original. Oh, that's really rooted. That looks good. So I got this cutting, and I was a bit confused as to why the person had like cut the longer stem here and the shorter stem here, because the leaves are upside down. They've actually started moving now, but they did message me. It was an Etsy buy, and they messaged me to say that the vine had actually grown upside down, so that the way they chopped it is the right way, and the leaves are starting to move slightly. Oh, it's going to be such bad filming light for showing you leaves, but this whole section here is new growth, and you can hopefully see there's a little couple of new leaves coming in, which is really, really cute. And because I fell in love with that one so much, I bought another cutting off of, I think it was off of eBay, and it was like one long strand with 3 nodes. And okay, so the person didn't message me that time, didn't like reply, but it like the leaves were facing a certain way. It looked really obvious as to which way round they were, the nodes, the growth points were going to be. So I chopped it up, giving like a longer section to the bit that I thought would be the bottom, like the stem, so that it would be held into the pot, and then a shorter bit for the top because I didn't need that to root. But it was the wrong way around, so I really messed up there. And like I had all the ends, like the stems that I'd left, in water, and for ages nothing was happening. I was like, why are you not rooting? You absolutely should be rooting by now. And then I think one of the sections had fallen into the water, and there was me like panicking because I was like, oh my god, the leaves are submerged, they're going to rot off, blah, blah, blah. But then I realised that there was a root coming out of the shorter end, and I was like, I've potted it wrong, or I've cut it wrong. So I'm a little bit worried about how I'm going to pot these up. Let me see if I can show you what I've been waffling on about. You were just a dead bit. Oh, this is ridiculous. I might end up having to take the leaves off, if I'm honest. So this section here, this long bit, that was the long bit of stem that I'd left thinking it would go in that way round, and this is where it would root. And you probably can't see it at all, but there's a tiny little section of the other stem just in this gap here, and obviously there's a load of roots that have started growing at the other end, and there is a new shoot here. I am going to struggle, I think. I'm going to try and keep the leaves, but they might end up snapping off, and that is just a price I'll have to pay. Like, new leaves will grow, it will be okay. This section is a bit less rooty, but again, you might be able to see it a bit better on this one. Like, this is the section I thought it would root out of. This is just the top section that I thought I won't need. New growth will come out of there. Roots are coming out of this section, and then there's a new growth point here. They're very little roots though. I may struggle with that one. The leaves are much thinner on that one too. And then the same thing happened with this one. There's a tiny little new leaf on there. That's adorable. I probably won't be able to show you. There's like a new growth point and like a tiny little new leaf. This whole section is dead. That was the section I'd left, hoping it would root. So yeah, I really want to, because these have just, like the whole section, leaves included, have just been sat in water. There is a node in here that hasn't grown anything, and I don't think it will. I think it will rot. So I'll just leave that there. So I'm going to go with this slightly larger vessel, considering those 3 smaller ones barely have a root system, but it's because of this one. Like, I do want them all to be potted together, so let's just see. Let's just see how we go. How are you guys? I'm okay, I think. Oh, I love this Hoya so much. Like, I think I'm okay. I've definitely been having a bit of a time at the moment, which is making me feel less okay, but I think I will get there. It's just a constant blinking cycle, honestly. It's so annoying. And so we're hitting the end of November at this point. I think, what's the date today? It's like the 23rd. I think it's the 23rd today, which is wild. 23rd of November. I haven't really started my Christmas shopping. Not really, like a teeny weeny little bit, but my mum's birthday is late November, so I always feel like I have to like get past that hurdle before I can think about, like, I have to get all the birthdays out of the way before I can think about Christmas. I don't know how I would manage if somebody had like a December birthday. Like I don't really know anybody that has a December birthday these days, so it's just like, yeah, I need all the birthdays to be done. Oh Christ. Oh, I don't know how I'm going to do this. Like, I just want the new growth out, really. Like, I could do with some of those like pins. Like, I don't have any. Do you know what I mean? But like, hold things down pin. Do you know what? I think I'm gonna have to remove that leaf, which is a shame. But it's either remove it and it just not be there, or don't remove it but it get just completely like buried by ponds. So I may as well just remove it, hadn't I? Okay, I'm gonna put you like just there. Oh my goodness. Right, so that's what it's looking like. Gosh, those two darker ones are just beautiful, aren't they? Okay, I think I'm going to do the same with this one, but I'm going to remove the opposite leaf because it's kind of just like, I'm going to remove this one. It's such a shame. Like, oh, I just knocked the new growth. It looks okay at the moment. Oh no. Okay, the new growth might not be okay. There's definitely the white sap popping off there. That's upsetting. Oh no, no, it's not okay. Oh, that's so sad. Oh. That's really sad. Okay, it's fine. All the others have new growth. Okay. Maybe I can get rid of this dead bit now as well. Yes. Okay. This one's just going to have loads of leaves like buried over the side. Oh, hang on. Maybe I can I put this one like a little bit more up here? Maybe. Just make a little tiny pond hole. Just knock that one out a little bit. Try and get that one back in. Oh. What I will do with these is when I put the water in, I'll just fill the water right to the top, and almost continue to treat it as a water prop. Yeah. Okay, so new growth is there. Can I get rid of this section? Yes. I might try and keep both the leaves on this one. Might not be able to. Might be able to. Let's just see. I don't know if I'm going to be able to keep both the leaves on this one. Would be really good if I had those pins. I don't think I've got anything that I can use. I might end up like putting like a little layer of moss just over the top to try and like trap in some of the roots. Gonna have to remove a leaf. Oh, this is so upsetting. Like, I feel like it's really sad when you get like a Hoya node that only sprouts one leaf, and then, you know, all of these have had 2 leaves, and I'm just removing the growth, one of the leaves. Yeah, I reckon I'm gonna need to put some moss. Ooh. Okay. Not the most amazing potting up, but hopefully one day I'll be coming back to this video and looking for like a before photo of this guy, and it will just be an amazing transformation. Fingers crossed. Okay, next up is an equally anxiety inducing one. Well, there's 2 in here. I'm gonna get rid of the like not so anxiety inducing one first, and then do the anxiety inducing one. Okay, hang on. There's so many little globular springtails in here. I freaking love them so much. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. The roots are tangled. Okay. Just gonna pop you down there for a little minute. This is, I'm so excited to have this one. I have actually just put in, well, I've requested an order with an amazing Hoya seller that I've not paid for it yet, so like it's not all confirmed, but I have asked for like a bigger version of this, which I'm very excited about. But this is the Hoya Denisii, is it Denisii Frida? Whoa, my brain's just completely gone blank. I don't know, but it's like a variegated Hoya. This is terrible lighting, isn't it? I'll just show you all at the end. It's a variegated Hoya, and the blooms. The leaves are stunning. This is like, it's a really good both worlds kind of Hoya. Like, the leaves are absolutely stunning, but the flowers, they are also incredible. I'm so excited to have this Hoya. This one's going to be so easy. I'm just going to put it into one of these little glass, well, spice jars. I don't normally like potting into spice jars, or like any jar that's got like the kind of lip at the top, but I think as long as, well, I mean, pon potting in these pots is much easier in my opinion, because pon does just kind of like, or semi-hydro does just kind of fall out, doesn't it? And I'm also not going to fill it right to the top. So when it comes to repotting this, I'll probably let it dry out, because that'll make it easier for the pon to fall out, and then it should just come out real easy. I'm not going to fill it up to the top, I say. There we go. Cute. This one hasn't got any new growth yet. There's like there's a tiny little potential beginning of some new growth. But the roots look good. I don't know if I'll be able to show you like a tiny weeny little like bump just here. I don't think I'll be able to show you, but there we go. I just love the leaves on this one. I think it's so beautiful. So beautiful. That was a really easy one. Okay, this next one. So this is a teeny weeny leaved Hoya. As you can see, really tiny little leaves. And so I bought this as like one long strand off of eBay. My back's really hurting. Sorry. I bought this as one long strand off of eBay, and she did say, I'm assuming the seller's a she, sorry, that's, I don't know actually, off the top of my head. The seller did say that it does better when it's kind of like when there's less, so like the energy it takes to root. If it's a really long vine, it kind of like almost starts to die back kind of thing. So she recommended chopping it, and I really didn't want to chop it because I liked the long vine, but I did chop it. I just chopped it into two, I think, and it's done really well. So it did come with two peduncles, and I was like, oh my god, is it going to bloom for me before it even roots? It didn't. Those like the flowers that started developing did fall off, but we have got, I don't know, like these tiny little dots here are two blooms, and then there's three over here as well. I'm so excited. And there's a new growth point here, this one with two little leaves on it, and there's another little growth point just down there with a leaf on it, I think, and it's rooted really well. So I'm scared of repotting this one. Like, I really don't want to upset it. I don't want the blooms to drop again, but I also, like, I don't want it to be in water any longer. So I really need to get it, settled into its pot. So there's some new growth there and new growth there. I might have to remove the lowest leaves just to make it, oh, do I have to? Maybe I don't. Like, I want them to kind of like come out together, but there's quite a lot of roots going on in and around the lowest leaves. Oh my god. Cute. I'm sorry, you probably can't see anything on this one because it is such a tiny Hoya, but I cannot risk trying to show you up close with this one because I know I'll mess things up, and I really don't wanna. Okay, some of those lower leaves have been buried. So the question is, do I try and pull them off, or do I just leave them? I think I'm just going to leave them. I'm sure they'll fall off at some point. If it starts to look a bit dodgy, like I can see them kind of poking out, so if they start to look a bit dodgy, then I'll pull them off, but I'm just going to leave them semi-buried for now. Oh my god. Oh, I love it. It's so stinking cute and tiny. Oh my god. I don't know if I'll be able to show you these little globular springtails. Let me see if I can get them to come on my hand. They'll probably just spring away. It's not going to focus. I'm going to put them back in here. I'd literally just got them on my finger just to show you, but I can't even show you. Yeah, I'm just going to put them back in there because they're good guys. Yeah, the springtails are the good guys. We want springtails, and especially considering the leaves are buried, which will potentially cause some rot. It'll be good to have some springtails, some of the cleanup crew hanging out in there. Just looking at like what vessels I've got left and who I've got left to pot and whether I can do them all. I've got three different Hoya in here. So I'm a little bit concerned. Why aren't you rooting? Isn't it weird how like some plants root really easily and then others just don't? For example, so these two Hoya came from the same seller on eBay. To be fair, I I'm surprised this one's only got this many roots, but this one hasn't even got any. Like, why is it that some plants take a little bit longer than others? So strange. This is a Hoya Griffithii. I don't know which way around it is. The sounds, but I really, really love it. And then this one is the Hoya. I can't remember if it's like Scorticini or Scorticinii. It's not, obviously I've had it for a little while now and it's not got any roots. I'm a little bit worried about it. I hope it's going to be okay. The same seller sent me this Hoya Belladonna for free, just as a like little freebie, which is very cute. I think what I might do with the Scorticinii is, it is actually, so there's this top node and then there's this node down here. I'm really paranoid that it's like upside down. There's two nodes, so I'm actually going to chop this node and I'm going to put it in there. Like, I know people say that you can't propagate Hoyas from wet sticks, but I have done it before once. I've done it once before. I haven't got my scissors with me, so I'm just going to try and use my nails. But I'm hoping even if this doesn't sprout any growth, I'm hoping that the kind of shock of being kind of cut will prompt, is this alive? Will prompt some root growth. Okay, yeah, it's alive. Oh my god. I don't want to get up. I know I've got some scissors over there. I should just get them. Stop being lazy. I just don't want to knock anybody over that I've already potted. Okay. Stop traumatizing plants and just do the good do. I'm gonna put, I've got another one of these long ones. I'm gonna put the Scorticini eye into here. And we will see. We'll see if it does any rooting. It might not. Like, I mean, I hope the one with leaves does. The wet stick might not do anything. And that is fine. But I really hope, like, I really liked, I can't remember what the blooms look like on this one, but I really like the leaves, regardless of the blooms. Like, I've definitely got some Hoya that I have purely because I adore the blooms, and I've got some that I adore the foliage, and I'm not too worried about what the blooms look like. And then I've got some that I've got both. Like, I like the blooms and the foliage. Another fairly easy one. I actually have a really exciting project that I want to do with my Hoyas in terms of, well, I say I want to do, like, I'm like in the middle of doing it, in terms of like what I have them. My brain's not working. So I've basically, well, I think I've done it. I've basically gone round like all of my Hoyas and I've saved a photo of what their blooms look like and I've printed those off, and then I'm gonna like laminate them and hook them onto the Hoyas pot. So, oh, I know what it's gonna look like. I'm really excited about it. I don't know if that would that be an interesting video for you guys? I don't even know if that would be of interest to you. Let me know if it would be and I will film it. I'm not enjoying this long scraggly end. There is a node on it. There's two nodes on it. There's a node here and then one at the end, but it's just a little scraggly end. So that's the Griffithii. I definitely need to try and remember if the F comes first or the TH. Griffithii or Griffithii. I don't know. Okay, how long have I been filming? 36 minutes. I've done 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Hoyas. I will get this one done Well, I'm kind of running out of pots that I'd like them to be put in. Like, I know Hoyas can root from any end, but their nodes are up a certain way, aren't they? Just like trying to figure out if it should go that way or that way. But I mean, hopefully it is that way because this top stem is dead. That is all dead. So I'm going to cut that off. Snippity snap. What have I got down here? I've got. Oh, that would just look so silly. I don't really want to use this pot. I need some more like slim glass pots. I might just borrow. Oh, there's a new leaf come in. I didn't know that. Oh, that's good because I snapped the other one. You need a drink? Christ, you really need a drink? Oh, it's not going to look as good as if it was glass, but that might have to be the one for now. I'm going to put you here just to remind me to give you a drink. Or do I just... Oh no, do I want... Oh, I should just use that one. Okay. Okay, right. Let's put you back in there and back in there. And then I'll just use this little thing as this guy's pot. And I need something to like shovel with scales. Just be down a little bit more. Okay. I mean, of course, it's very leaf side heavy. Belladonna? I don't know what that's a hybrid of. I'm assuming it's a hybrid. Maybe it's not. Ugh. Okay, and then the last one that I have, which I don't really have the best kind of pot for it, but it's in two different situations at the moment. So I've got this Manipurensis currently in Fluval in just a plastic cup, and then I've got another one, a single node with a Saxifraga stolonifera that I remembered, just rooted in here. I really didn't like the sunstressedness on this one, so I was keeping them separate, but I think I'm just going to put them together and we'll just see. I'm assuming it's rooted in there. I haven't checked. I feel like neither of these root systems are going to be big enough to warrant this size, but I've only got this size left in the immediate vicinity, and I'm not getting up to have a rummage. So I think I'll just do like a shallower, the hair, just do a shallower amount of pond semi-hydro. I'm so sorry, Soil Ninja. Well, it's going to look so stupid, isn't it? Oh, I just don't think I can do it. I think it's just going to look so silly. Okay, I'm going to get this guy back out of here. I'm going to see if I can make it. Oh my god, I hadn't even seen that big root. Oh no, okay. I need to, I mean, all of my anthuriums need a repot. Oh. I just feel like there's never enough time to do everything. Okay. How easy is it to pull things out of Fluval? Oh, not horrifically hard. Okay. There's like no... I've had this one for a while. It hasn't got a whole lot of roots. I'm assuming I haven't just pulled loads off. And it doesn't have a new growth point. So there we go. Put you in there. And then this one has rooted a bit more, which we like to see. How many is it called eyes in the Hoya world? Like the auxiliary buds does each node have on a Hoya? Like, do they have 2? I don't know what just happened, but I've literally just looked and realised it stopped filming. I've just gone back and looked at the footage and we were on the Hoya Manipuriensis, so I have no idea what happened there. Not a clue. But I put the little one in here and then I've just been waffling on about growth points in Hoya because I want to chop this one here because all of these leaves down here are facing that way, and then the top section all the leaves are facing that way, and I was wondering if I chopped it here would it grow from that node again because it's already been chopped from there. And then I was just gonna do it and see what happens, but there is new growth at the top and I don't want to halt the new growth, so I'm not going to do it. But if you could let me know if I chopped it there, like in the future once the new growth's kind of come out and it's hardened off, if it would grow again from there, that would be great. I'm going to put it this way round, so kind of almost backwards considering where the new growth was growing from. But the bottom leaves are facing, like the 2 different cuttings are facing the same way for the bottom leaves, so I feel like that works better. I can't believe that stopped filming. I don't know, like that really scares me because like that could happen so many times without me even noticing. Okay, it looks a little bit silly just because there's this tiny little kind of red leafed section and then a green section that has a gap that, like, if I could chop that, I feel like I would love it so much more. But I love this Hoya. Okie dokie. Oh my god. I wanted to show you guys all of the Hoyas up close in a better lighting before we go. So this is one that we were just working on, the Manipuriensis. So you can see these 2 leaves, they like arrived sun-stressed, and they've definitely faded a little bit, but I'm not the biggest fan of sun-stressed anyway on most plants, but some Hoyas I don't mind it on, but I would prefer a fully green Manipuriensis. So yeah, I love the shape of these leaves. There is some new growth coming in there. Let me know what you think about, like, if I cut this node, would it grow again? I don't know. But there we go, that's that one. This is the Scorticini or Scorticini. Really nice splashy variegation. I think it is supposed to be a bit darker green, but as I said, it's been with me a little while and it hasn't grown any roots, so it's probably struggling a little bit. I've got pins and needles. Ooh. Here is the Denisii Frida, I think it's called. I can't quite remember the name. I love the colouring of that variegation and like the texture to the leaves as well. Like, you can kind of see that veining through the variegation. Really appreciate that. Here is the Griffithii. Shiny leaves, long leaves, nice splash. That's that one. And oh, here is the Carrii. You can see how like haphazardly those roots are exposed. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure out how to like cover them a little bit. Woo! Oh my god, so sorry. But yeah, I love those leaves. They're so dark and velvety, and don't they just look like little forgetti leaves? So cute. Did I even tell you the name of this one? Because I can't remember it now. It's like species papal something or other. Hang on, let me put it down so I can like show you. So we've got two, or is that the three? I think there's two little buds just there. And then just here, there's another two. And then there's a new growth point just in this section here. I really appreciate these teeny weeny little leaves and like the texture and the veining on them as well. Like, it's so cool. So cool. Such a fan. And then last but not least is the belladonna that I got as a little freebie. Super cute. Okay, thank you so much for joining me for doing those little chores today. If you are interested in kind of like seeing like what I was saying about attaching the photos to the Hoya so that I know what their blooms look like, if you're interested in seeing me do that, let me know. Like, I don't know if anyone would find that interesting at all, but I've been really enjoying the process like of what I've done so far. So yeah, let me know if you want me to share that with you as well. What I'm going to do now is make sure all of these guys are filled to the top with water and carry on treating them like a water prop until they're like way more established. And yeah, I'm absolutely loving my Hoya right now. If you enjoyed this video, even with the rubbish lighting and the like slightly grumpy me, give it a thumbs up because it does really help. If you're not subscribed, please do consider subscribing too, because that also really helps. And if you are a fan of Hoya, definitely stick around because she's got the Hoya bug, so there will be more Hoya content for sure. Yeah, thank you so much for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!